working like that. So now, if that happens, if I get that message again, I'm just going to stop matchmaking. That way my lovely subs can play me if they want to.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow.
Also, if you guys want to play me in my ultimate, you can get me with my ultimate team. Ultimate team, you can too. I don't care how you play me. I'm gonna still beat you. Make my D.
Put my heart and soul in,
special.
So you feel it.
That's all I'm showing you. I'm not showing you my plays.
I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, better best to soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in.
Not ultimate team.
I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
There we go. So, that's his time. 76 plays section. Let's see how we win. Oh, social media chat, no.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's see how he likes this. Set. 390. 390. Set. Shoot. Grade 18. Set. Set.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
I know why.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Brady. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Thomas. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They'll try and run with Ingram, and he will get in to make it 8-0. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions for the 15-16 season. What has changed? What hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy. Because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Here's Brady to throw, and it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a play fake, Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Mike, wait, that wide, 80. We want this. Double tight. Sugar.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Carter, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. 12 yards the pick up there, good for a Raven first.
That's good. This one is it because I don't like using the guys that are on the ball.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Able to find a lot of empties.
So I'm going back to party chat.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
36.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Pats fan 1283 Nation. Update on Brady. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere but New England. Reported Tom Brady expected with the Patriots in 2020.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts.
Good for me.
As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Pats at the line ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
I like that.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 50 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
I used to use.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I'd still rather have points on the board. They're going to play so you got to win and beat.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
Quarterback spies in between them.
Check.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Come on. Tight right. Everyone go forward.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Hey, alert 3.
On third down, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter.
That's not a safety because I had it inside the end zone.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any off.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 18.
72.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Brady now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Brady's throw there complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup on 16. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Brady on target to Edelman. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Brady. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Brady, and a throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all winded. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Van Noy. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They're looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Because you know how he plays in the morning, plays in the world. Yeah, he's bad.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
So
this fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Call him out.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
On this video right here where I call him out.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No chance.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit?
And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong up.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kyle Van Noy picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Jackson, forced out to his left. He's going to, now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
No one.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left.
Drop a PS4, I'll tell you.
He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharp.
I'll just play another random.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the
gas, right off the back.
Crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intelligence.
I don't get another Ravens.
I'm an animal, heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California.
Did you guys see that? After you seen what team I was, he quit because he's probably so salty about it. That's B53.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone.
I still would have played him just shown that who I still would have played that game. He's garbage. But it is. You know what I'd play me next?
I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now this one was tight end out on the right side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And that takes us from second to third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On third down, it's Carson, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Ballore, 27 yards. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
I know what I'm no subs on the phone. Subs CMIs. Yes, after I finish this video.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Subs if I don't get any subs playing with me.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Brady over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. But now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. sack there by Jadeveon Clowney. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better, but the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll find Metcalf. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And Myers able to knock it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Devin McCourty brings him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. And this is incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Wilson. That's complete. Right around the 8. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, as the first half is winding down. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Just a minute. TD, can you trash? I'm challenging you to Madden game.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. On first down, it's Carson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Cut, lady.
There's a person who's
On third down, Carson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now Wilson on first down, rolling to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on third and goal? On third down, Carson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yoink.
And that hits off the left upright and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Pats at the line ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Brady will try again on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Brady. And Ohio's man, that's Edelman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
From just shy of midfield, Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Watch, I'll show you this replay right now. Forgot, this is all in head-to-head. But as you tell, I'm doing better than I did last game, though. Just can't put any points on the scoreboard because this game's high on dope. Or something. Don't know what he's doing.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter.
I want your PS4 tag. No, I do. Or you can have me. Doesn't really matter.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now it's Carson. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamie Collins. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Watch this, he's going to go for it. I know it.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Kyle Van Noy. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. A tackle made by K.J. Wright. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Oh, shout out to whoever just joined. If you want to play me, go ahead, comment your PSN below. Or you can use
Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try.
Most recent comment and the
and the 13-year man puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, That's the one that bothers me more.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that. I
think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. This is Carson. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson.
That notification I just got. It was an update file.
So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Of course.
Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady, he's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always break into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle, and this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing, just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3, yeah, your coaches will get on you. They'll say, we should have the shutout. But they also will be pretty satisfied with that.
Don't play me. Hit me up with a friend request on PS4.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm trying to write one of my friends in here. That's fun, if I can find one.
Are you ready? Get ready, no.
I can find one. Nope, I got no friends on. I have another match. Ooh, when you get this one. Yeah, guys, I'm not doing this stream after this game, I'm sorry. So, I thought I could take it, but I can't. I can barely keep my eyes open.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
But tomorrow night, I'll be back. Tomorrow I'll be doing the day.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough.
Doink.
Keep playing hard. Wait, that. Wait, 20.
Check 53. Let's go, D. Big series right in front.
Now a play fake. Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. James White's first carry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go right back to White here on first down. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day. Pick that. Go, go. Swing.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, 28 yards. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
That's not too bad.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Hey, fellas. 6-time Super Bowl champions, and I was at the 2018 banner ceremony. That's that video I said I was going to post about it. I never posted it because I couldn't ever get the audio fixed and the lighting on the...
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes dancing to his left. It's Hill, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 64 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. I can't say that's something you see often, but it worked out for him. Tie game, they try to get the ball back, and they do.
Why?
You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to give me a lot of tales about this guy called Old Mo. I never knew who Old Mo was. Now I do. It's Old Momentum, and they want to keep riding it.
Old Mo. Is that a true story? Or?
True story.
I love your pops. Eluding the pressure right. They complete it to Hill.
Bull. That's bull.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
You guys seen that? You guys seen that tackle?
Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 18. They begin with Michel on the ground, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally. And
trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And he's going to keep it here. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone.
I have to quit this game just because I'm tired. I can't keep my eyes open. Anymore. So sorry guys, basically I'm not gonna quit any games. I have to back up and go back on my word because I'm tired. I kept my eyes open, so guys thank you very much for watching. I'm Rex Smile. And I'll play more sub, and I'll play sub Smile Beyond. Bye! Also, go subscribe to TV Bear, or as I say, TV the Trash Can Bear. Happy Family 1004 Gaming, Happy Family 1004. Certified Employees. And bye!